How to inherit Chinese property as an overseas resident. When family ties cross oceans and assets connect different countries, a property located in China becomes both an emotional keepsake and a practical link. But for those living abroad, inheriting this asset isn't as simple as presenting a will to transfer ownership. It's more like a multi-step process involving Chinese law, international notarization, and foreign exchange regulations. But don't worry, today I'll break it down in plain language and show you how to legally and smoothly take over this meaningful Chinese asset. First, let me reassure you, Chinese law protects the inheritance rights of overseas residents. According to the Civil Code of the PRC, inheritance will be handled according to statutory succession if there is no will. If there is a will, it will be handled according to the will. This means whether you are a US citizen, Canadian, or hold any other nationality, you have the same inheritance rights as domestic residents under the law. However, the key point is that because of your overseas status, the entire inheritance process must go through three main steps: international notarization and legalization of documents, domestic inheritance notarization or litigation in China, and cross-border transfer of the inherited assets. Let's look at a real case our team handled. Mr. Zhang moved to the US early in life and became a US citizen. When his mother passed away in Beijing, she left behind the property without a will. As the only statutory heir, Mr. Zhang needed to inherit this property. We helped him do four things to make it happen smoothly. Firstly, clarify family relationships. We guided Mr. Zhang to gather documents like his birth certificate, naturalization papers from the US Citizenship and Immigration Services, a declaration of identity confirming he's the same person, a kinship statement, and his parents' marriage certificate. This creates a complete chain of evidence for his family relationship. Then, complete international notarization and legalization. We advise Mr. Zhang to have his documents notarized by a local notary public in the US. The notarized documents were then submitted to the Secretary of State for apostille, since the US is a member of the Hague Convention. This meant the documents didn't need legalization by Chinese embassy or consulate. If the country isn't a signatory to the Hague Convention, documents must be legalized by the Chinese embassy or consulate there. Next, domestic inheritance notarization and property transfer. Using the notarized and legalized power of attorney and other documents, we represented Mr. Zhang in applying for inheritance notarization at the Chinese notary office. With this certificate of inheritance notarization and other required materials, we then proceeded to the local housing authority to complete the property transfer. Last, tax planning. Under current policies, statutory heirs inheriting property are temporarily exempt from individual income tax. However, we inform Mr. Zhang, if he sells the property in the future, he'll need to pay relevant taxes. The proceeds from the sale can then be remitted abroad via inheritance transfer after converting them into foreign currency. Inheriting a house in China isn't just about acquiring real estate. It's about preserving family memories and the rules. The process may seem complicated, but with the right guidance and approach, each step can be handled steadily. As lawyers, our value lies in cutting through the complexity and clearing obstacles for you, ensuring that this cross-border collection of family and assets is passed on you smoothly and legally. I am Wu Kai, a Chinese family lawyer with 17 years of experience, specializing in cross-border inheritance and divorce cases.